course, as amended now, we will, if there are any questions before, we'll have them. If not, we'll start the public hearing. We have 2 proponents and 3 opponents. I'm going to start and just alternate between the 2 here. The first opponent will be Mr. Al Henley. And if you would, keep it to a couple of minutes unless you feel like there's some extenuating circumstances to go beyond this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Al Henley, President of the Alabama AFL-CIO. Yesterday, this House of Representatives passed HB 30 and SB 63, a bill that pays prevailing wages to the prisoners in the state of Alabama. Today, you're going to vote on a bill to take prevailing wages away from the construction workers in the state of Alabama. We find that troubling. Looks to us like you're going to take prevailing wages away from the people who build the jails and give prevailing wages to the people inside the jails. I hope at some point in time, Mr. Chairman, you'll be able to explain that to all the good construction workers behind me. We evaluated it everywhere we can, we just can't seem to understand it. You're right, up to 1980, many states, including Alabama, had what's known as baby Davis-Bacon Act. But since that bill was repealed in 1980, we also failed to see that there is a loophole there. In fact, Mr. Chairman, if people are bidding on projects where federal dollars are not included, partially or in whole, on the public works project, and they're telling you they're paying, the bid is a little higher than it ought to be because they're paying prevailing wages, then they are guilty of Code of Alabama and the bid should be thrown out. There's no reason in the world to eliminate prevailing wages when it does not exist. It does not exist in the state of Alabama right now. If they're telling you that, we suggest that you've got a contractor problem and you don't have a labor problem. The current law is adequate and addresses it to a T. It says it's a felony, $5,000 to $50,000 fine. And they're exempt from ever bidding on another state project again. Now, I think you had this bill last year. We had a public hearing on it. You had a bunch of guys get up and say, our contractors are bidding on the work and it's higher than we want to pay because they're saying we've got to pay prevailing wages. Well, they ain't paying prevailing wages in the state of Alabama on jobs where no federal money is involved. So we think this bill is unnecessary. We think, Mr. Chairman, I'll be honest with you, it's insulting to the union workers in the state of Alabama to have something like this submitted. To lower, for a House member to lower the standard of wages on a regular old construction worker in the state of Alabama is very insulting to us. And we urge you to vote no on this bill.
We're talking about Davis-Bacon, brothers. Mr. Chairman, you said something about the Davis-Bacon, that if you pass this bill, why would it depress the wages and stuff? The state of Alabama, we don't have a prevailing wage law. Davis-Bacon Act was passed, as you said, in 1931. It was a Republican bill. It was passed because unscrupulous contractors were coming in and undercutting local contractors by paying substandard wages. So the local contractors couldn't hire local people because the out-of-state or out-of-town contractor was bringing in his own people that he was paying a low wage. And therefore he could undercut the bidding process also. So Davis-Bacon was a protection against that kind of activity. Now, I believe Davis-Bacon is still viable today. Those dangers still exist in our market today. Free market is a good thing. I'm all for capitalism. I don't know how much it's done for Alabama since we're 49th in just about everything. But this bill, there's no reason for it. We're not talking about Davis-Bacon. We're talking about real wages for construction workers in the state of Alabama. And this is an occupation that is still one of the most dangerous occupations around. It used to be the third most dangerous occupation in this country for construction work. I just believe that there's no need in putting something out there that says you got a free ticket to undercut wages and to put your constituents, the people who are workers in the state of Alabama, in that position. If we don't have to use Davis-Bacon, why worry about it? The only thing the state is going to have to participate in is if it's a federally funded project. Now, if you look online and you look at the U.S. official website, you'll see that prevailing wage in Alabama, which is Davis-Bacon, for a little pipe fitter like me is $12.91 an hour. Now, we have a fringe benefit package, sure. I belong to a union, and we have a fringe benefit package. And that package is around $11 an hour if you count everything that's in it, pensions and everything else. So that puts you, if you're paying $12.91 and you have to pay a fringe benefit package, that puts you up at around 20-something bucks an hour, which is a good wage. And now from that wage, you go to the store and you buy things. You buy bread, you buy milk, you buy other things. I've had people who are non-union workers say that they'd be glad to go out to the airport in Birmingham because they'll make a little more money there and they can buy that car they need. Or they can buy this they need. It puts money in workers' pockets here and say, in the nicest way that I can, that this is an unholy bill. And we don't need it. If we don't need it, why put it out there? And I'm calling on you today to not pass this bill out of committee. You know, if you do, I got to tell on you. I got to tell anybody that will listen to me what you did for the workers in this state. Thank you very much.
Hearing portion is over now. Thank you very much. We're back to the bill as amended.
Does not prohibit paying competitive wages. This bill only deals with taxpayer-funded projects at the state and local level that do not have federal dollars attached. And all it says is an activist local government can't force a wage on a private business. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I move that we give this bill federal report as amended.
It's been moved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been seconded. Any further discussion of the bill as amended before us? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
Okay, one opposed, so,
And I want to abstain.
and one abstained. So the bill as amended is passed.